Hi everyone, it's Monday and I'm at work and I should not be vlogging right now, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for a minute. So, I have been doing these weekend vlogs, as you know, and even though I'm going to go ahead and post last weekend's just because I did spend 15 minutes talking before I just went straight to you know where, because it just... I wasn't comfortable vlogging, like, being out and about and vlogging Friday. And then, when I'm at home, I just don't really put any kind of pressure on myself to do, like, vlog-worthy stuff. It's just my time to just relax and do what needs to be done, but do what I want to do, And... if that turns out to be a crappy vlog, then that just turns out to be a crappy vlog. I don't care. But I'm like, is anyone really going to want to watch that? I think there's a few things going on. Number one, let's just call this like it is. I don't have a good self-image. And I've believed for years that why would anyone want to listen to what I have to say? I'm boring, I'm to this, to that, I'm, whatever. But really, why wouldn't people want to listen to what I have to say? Or, yeah, well, this is another video for another day, but I think another thing I've believed for years is that in the real world, it's not okay to be me, or in the real world, no one wants to I'll probably edit some of this out because I don't really even want to give energy to that. The bottom line is, I'm thinking that if, when I'm at home over the weekend, it's going to be that boring, maybe I should try work week vlogs. There may or may not be much to vlog there either. Because, first of all, this is my whole job. Talk about boring. I'm not saying the job is boring. I mean, in a way it is, but actually that's kind of the way I like it. Easy, stress-free. As stress-free as a job can be. The most stressful part is those occasions where my preferred ride service calls me and says, I'm sorry, we have no way to get you there or back. That's the worst. Second worst is when they say, well, we can get you there, but we can't get you home. Or we can get you home, but we can't take you in there. Because anytime they fall short, it's door-to-door transit, which is not my favorite way to go anywhere. Unless I get lucky and they can take me in, but they can't take me home, and then there's somebody that is willing to pick me up and take me home, but I don't have a very big list of people that are willing to do that. But the point is, if that's the worst thing about this job, it's a pretty darn good job. But if I sat here and vlogged myself working, it would put you to sleep. All I do is sit here and take out an envelope, pull the paper off, fold it down, run my hand across it to make sure that the stickum stays stuck as long as it needs to. Go to the next one, do the same thing. Go to the next one, do the same thing. So I'm not going to sit here and vlog myself working, but I'm going to try a work week vlog to see if there's any more variety in that than the weekend vlogs I've had lately. So it's Monday, May 16th, and this is the first part of this vlog. And one thing about these envelopes is they're in these big old boxes that don't always like to keep the envelopes, don't always like to hold the envelopes. And I end up having envelopes fall on the table, and I've got to gather them up and put them back in there. Good morning, it's Tuesday before work. This is probably the best time to vlog, before work. Or after work, like when I'm at home and free to talk to you guys. I probably wouldn't get in trouble for talking to you guys at work, but I'm just not. You know me, I don't feel free to talk just uninhibitedly out in public. It's not just about work. It's about, if I'm in the car, I'm not going to talk openly and freely and uninhibitedly. Because I don't want to be sitting here and have the driver going, are you talking to me or who are you talking to? Are you on the phone? No, I'm doing a vlog and I don't want to talk to you about it. I mean, no, I just, that's why I kind of speak softly. And of course at work, like ditto. But what did I pick up this camera / recorder to talk to you about? Yeah, vloggers talk about picking up the camera. I'm picking up the recorder. My version of a camera. I've been doing a lot of food experimentation over the past few days. I haven't talked about it. I've kind of, breakfast has always been kind of a tricky thing. What's a quick and easy thing that's actually going to keep me filled up and that isn't going to break the bank? I've discovered in the past few days of experimenting with cheap meals, basically, or what some people might call struggle meals or emergency eat for next to no money meals. I've discovered that I only marginally like these quick oats, which is unfortunate because I've got a buttload of them. I might experiment with other, putting different things in them. But, I wasn't crazy about oatmeal or cream of wheat or whatever when I was a kid, and I'm not crazy about it now. But beans and rice, again, some people might call it a crisis meal. I call it a quick and easy and filling meal that I like. So that's a good thing. I wouldn't eat that for breakfast, though. One thing about a bowl of quick oats is it wasn't as filling as I was hoping it would be. Well, yesterday was a little different. Yesterday I had a meeting with my boss when I normally would have taken lunch. So I saw that on the calendar and I was like, okay, I will either take it before or after. I opened my work email, which I am trying to get in the habit of turning off over the weekend, because if something comes in from work, I don't want to be notified about it or see that I have one unread message all weekend because I didn't want to look at work emails when I was not going to be at work until the next week. So I opened my email and saw that, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take it either before or after. And then come about 11:30, I was getting hungry, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll take it before. But although that lunch break is not set in stone, that's still kind of like
when I like to take it. Again, unless there's extenuating circumstances, the boss needs to see me or something, and then I'll deviate. But the point is, I'd like to eat something for breakfast that's going to fill me up until that time. And the quick oats and banana yesterday didn't quite make that happen. But the thing about, like, meat, it's not necessarily breakfast food, but a slab of steak, I mean, that might end up being a decent breakfast food. For me, anyway. But meat is so, God bless it, expensive right now. I mean, well, it's expensive. It might have always been expensive, but well, I may have to just be okay with spending a lot of money on breakfast if, like, lunch and dinner can be less expensive, which I might be able to pull off. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about, I guess, as I start this work day. And we'll see what, if anything, I vlog about for the rest of the day. Hi everyone, it's Wednesday. I have not vlogged at all today. I haven't had a lot of time to vlog. I went to work, came home, brought in the mail. Not much, but it's always a good idea to just bring in the mail. And then I've had meetings all night, like 3 meetings almost back to back. And now it's like 9 something. I'll probably just go to bed because tomorrow's another work day, the last work day of the week. Although Friday's going to be pretty busy. I've got several calls and meetings that day too. But it's all good. I don't know what else to say, so I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Hi everyone, it is actually Saturday morning. I never finished the vlog from last week. Thursday was... I got some good news and some bad news about work. Well, the bad news wasn't bad. It wasn't even too related to work, but it was... The good news is, we'll start with that. The good news is the leader of our team got promoted to interim supervisor for the rest of my regular boss, our team supervisor's extended maternity leave. She had her baby in March, and she had maternity leave and paid time off that she'd racked up and whatever other... she had a lot of time off, longer than a normal maternity leave, and who can blame her for taking it all off? I mean, what new mom doesn't want to spend every possible second with that sweet little baby that she loves with everything she has? No one deserves it more than she does, but we really miss her. And we had a good boss up until now, but now we're so happy for our new boss who just got promoted. So congratulations, new boss. That was the good news. The bad news is my preferred ride service is not able to take me home Monday or Tuesday. I found out Thursday about Monday, yesterday about Tuesday. And that means I'm probably going to have to take door-to-door transit home, which is not my favorite way to get home. I can call the, 2 people I have and see if one might be available on one day and one might be available on the next, or one might be available on both. I mean, I can do some checking before I just call door-to-door transit. Actually, knowing me, I'll probably set door-to-door transit up and then see if they're available. And if they are, I will still keep door-to-door transit set up just in case they don't, just in case something happens with them at the last minute. Because here's something that those of you who are able-bodied need to understand about people with disabilities, or at least certain people with disabilities, or people with certain kinds of disabilities, maybe even anyone with a disability. Because we're disabled, we need assistance, and arranging that assistance requires notice. I think I feel compelled to say this because outside of work, there are going to be changes happening at my apartment building. The last thing I heard was that those changes were changed from September to March. Thank you. I have more breathing room. I have more time to figure out what I'm going to do. But I'm trying to find out how to talk to somebody about what I'm going to do. I've been hoping to... This has completely stopped being about work, but if you're watching AnV vlogs, if you're watching the AnV channel, you're watching kind of a little bit of everything. I guess that's sort of what my life is. Anyway, plans are necessary when you can't do everything for yourself. And I'm trying to figure out how I can go about making plans. And I just sent an email to somebody saying, when are these conversations going to actually start happening? How can I set up a conversation? And basically the answer I got was completely, I don't think the person understood my question. So I sent another email to try to ask it a little bit more clearly. But that whole thing has me compelled to explain how, if, for example, I'm going to physically go into work, I need a plan to do so. And if my ideal plan, taking my preferred ride service, is not going to work because they're not available to do half of it, which is to be expected with these guys. I love them, but the first thing they tell you is we cannot always provide every ride. We'll do as many as we can, but there are going to be times when you're not going to be able to count on us. We will let you know with the notice you need to make other arrangements, but you can't count on us for every one. So for that to be the case next week, that means I'm going to have to find alternative rides for those parts of going to work and back. And that means that I set up door-to-door transit, and then if I can find someone else, that would be awesome. And then what I'd love to do would be check in with them the day of and say, hey, we're still a go, right? And then when they confirm, cancel door-to-door transit. Because just about anyone's better than door-to-door transit, to say the honest to goodness truth. It's just the nature of the beast. Half-hour windows. You never get the same driver from one time to the next. And after everyone has learned to go to one door, and we're switching it up on them, 2 months ago, we set up, actually more like 1 month ago, a month and a half ago, we changed my pickup and drop off to a different door, which that is a better door for me to be using because it's easier for me to get from that door to the workstation. Frankly, I can't get to my workstation independently if I'm picked up and dropped off at the other door. And after 3.5, 4 years of my company acknowledging that and being okay with having people available to take me, they, I guess, reevaluated the situation and said she would be able to do this herself if she would be picked up and dropped off at that other door. Why are we using this door again? I don't know how long it's going to take for me to be okay with the way all that went down. But I will say that as unhappy as I was initially about that, it is better that I be picked up and dropped off at that door. But when you try to get whoever happens to be picking you up to go there, well, for the past 4 years I've been saying that about the other door too. It's just a tricky place. It's a tricky place that I work. There's multiple doors and it takes forever to get everyone involved to understand which one's the right one. And it's just easier to explain it to somebody or a group of people and have all of them understand and always be able to use those people. But life doesn't work out perfectly, and I have to count on who I can get. So the good news is the team leader just got promoted to interim supervisor until our other supervisor comes back from maternity leave, which congratulations to him. And the bad news is I really need my team to be kind of on the alert for me for the next 2 days because I will not be using the people that I know where to go. I can't. They're not available to get home. So I need my team, my office coordinator, everybody to kind of be on the alert. You know, my office coordinator, if they go to her door instead, my team, if they happen to come to the right place, you know, I mean, I just kind of like somebody to be watching out for me. Well, it's the weekend. I'm not going to worry about that anymore right now. And I'm going to wrap up this vlog. Thank you for watching, listening. Check out Aira, check out Shipped. Check out my new website, annev.me, ANNEV.me. My other website was too freaking complicated. And even though annev.me is not much now, we're working on it. And that's going to be the simple, user-friendly website that's going to have everything that I offer, which I'm gonna be offering things that I don't even know about yet because I don't know what me having a business or doing some side hustle stuff or whatever. I don't know what that's gonna look like, but it's gonna happen on anv.me, not some other website. Check all that out and you will hear from me in the next video. Bye.